Art lovers are in for a treat. A night of 1,000 drawings will run from the 27th until the 29th of March. Exhibitors will showcase their artwork, while there will also be some poetry and fashion. To tell us more about this event, I'm joined by Kelly McGillivray. She is the director at Squad Creative Events. Kelly, thank you so much for joining us this morning. A night of 1,000 drawings. Those are a lot of drawings. Tell us more about it.
Well, it's not 1,000 drawings. Last year we had 6,000 drawings.
Oh, wow.
So we're hoping for a lot more this year.
Where did the idea come from?
So it started 14 years ago. There was a group that was doing an inner-city feeding scheme called Pabala Yobato, and their vehicle got stolen. So they needed to come up with a campaign to raise some money to get a new vehicle. And there was David Kwanchong and Felix Frankenberger, who were part of the original team, and they came up with this idea to do a night of 1,000 drawings, is to get 1,000 drawings in and sell them for 100 Rand each to raise 100,000 Rand. In those days, you could buy a truck for 100,000 Rand.
Oh, the good times.
Good times. And they called me and said, well, I'd like to help them with the event side of it, and I did. And during the campaign, we managed to get a truck donated. So we didn't really need to host the evening, but we were nearly at the end, so we did it anyway. So we raised some more money for the charity, and it was very successful, so we carried on doing it. So it's been going for 14 years.
Now, explain to us the inner workings of it. What is the call to action?
So the call to action is that we get people to be creative. So we ask you to be creative, give us your time and your creativity. We're not asking for money until the actual event. So your time and creativity, and to give us A5 artwork.
Wow. And any medium can be used? What are you encouraging?
Any medium. So anything as long as it's A5. So we've had tapestry, we've had pewter, and it's all been on A5. But we've taken a little bit further this year. It's no longer one night only. It's turned into a 3-day festival. So we've taken a deep breath and expanded it a lot.
Now, there must be a deadline involved. Have we already missed the deadline? How is it working in terms of those who think, actually, I think A5 is just the ticket. It's not too big. It's not too small. Perhaps I can put something out there for a good cause.
So, of course, we've extended the deadline because the more we get in, the more that we can do good. So our deadline is kind of middle of March. So we've got doodle drop-off boxes all over Johannesburg. So if you go and have a look online, we've got a list of where they are. And also contacting us. We haven't only had A5 art donated, because we also added on an auction. So on the Sunday night we have an auction. So we've had huge art pieces donated and some exciting art pieces.
Oh, wow. So what happens? I do the drawing, I submit it in the box, and then is it open for somebody else that I don't even know to purchase it on the night?
Correct.
Okay.
So the event is now expanded, so it's not just the one night only exhibition anymore. It's now Friday night, Saturday and the Sunday. So on the Friday night we've got Art Battle, which is also an international that's now coming to South Africa, where we've got 16 artists that are competing against each other on the Friday night. So this kind of starts off the weekend festival of Night of 1,000 Drawings. They compete against each other, and they have 20 minutes with the same medium to paint and to do their art. And then there's the finalist, and then that winner will eventually go to the World Championships. Then on the Saturday we have the art sale, but also we have Not Another Fashion Show. So we have a fashion show, so we've collaborated fashion with art. We've got some amazing students. We've got UJ third-year students that are doing some of the fashion show, Clive Rundle, so we've got some famous, and we've got some up-and-coming. Sis Isabel, we're also working at Victoria Yard, so we're working with the community there.
Such an amazing space, isn't it?
Oh, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. And we're taking that space over.
And there's some amazing artists who have been able to find their home at Victoria Yards as well. So it kind of all works in one great circle. Are you finding that there's a return to pen to paper, pencil to paper, or, you know, cutting out pieces out of magazines, as people find different ways to deal with the stressful world that we're living in? So
it's been very interesting. You know, that's I've been involved for a long time with Night of 1,000 Drawings, and watching people get involved, once they do get involved, and even people that aren't artists that sit down and put a pen to paper or put some color onto a piece of paper, it changes them. There's a little bit of creativity and a bit of love that comes out. Whatever you're putting onto, there's also a bit of hate that comes out in some of the artworks that you receive.
In a healthy way.
In a healthy way.
Yes.
But it does. It certainly makes people think about stopping and doing something good. And that's what Night of 1,000 Drawings is about. It's about doing good.
And getting off their gadgets at the same time.
Getting
so
off your
everybody
gadgets
wins,
and
right?
reconnecting. Exactly.
Great. And who knows? I mean, amongst these 1,000 drawings might be the next Nelson Makamo. You never know.
never
and then
know.
you could have picked up an A5 and donate to a good cause all at the same time.
Correct.
Thank you so much for your time. Kelly McGillivray is the director at Squad Creative Events. They're part of the team behind A Night of 1,000 Drawings. You can find them on social media if you want any more details. They've extended the deadline if you want to submit your A5, a piece of art. If your family doesn't think it's worth anything, at least donate it here so that it can go to a good cause. Thank you so much.